In today's video, I want to share with you the best mental diet for manifesting what you want with much more ease and flow, okay? The way that it is meant to be. So if you try out everything that I discuss in today's video, I am guaranteeing you within 7 days, you will feel a significant shift in how you feel within, and the nature of how you experience what is on the outside will also change. So let's get right into it. Before I share with you the 4 steps of this mental diet, I just want to quickly again announce that I am doing the free giveaway still of my reality transurfing cheat sheet from my reality transurfing course. So if that's something that you want to enter to win, all you have to do is give this video a thumbs up and comment down below the phrase I am. Okay, I'm selecting a few winners every single week, so that could definitely be you. Make sure to join right now. Make sure to enter right now. A prerequisite to the 4 steps. In order to actually execute these 4 steps properly, I'm going to tell you right now that you are going to need a heightened level of awareness, right? Which is only possible for you to maintain and develop and cultivate if you are meditating on a daily basis. So if you're on this journey and you are not meditating, you're not just actually for a couple of moments a day, about 15 minutes a day, just simply disengaging from everything and just being in that silence, then you are going to get in your own way, right? So I'm not saying that that is something that you must do, but I'm saying that it will make your life much easier and it will make your entire manifestation practice that much better. So in order to actually execute all these 4 things that I'm about to talk about, it's going to help you so much more if you simply just meditate every single day. That is the prerequisite to actually carrying out a proper mental diet, because otherwise you'll never have any control over what you're thinking. You'll never have any sort of discretion of being able to choose which thoughts to engage with and which thoughts to not engage with. You will just always remain lost in a soup of your own mental dialogue. Okay, so begin meditating every single day, and it will already clear up so much of the negative self-talk, the self-critical sort of thinking, and all this sort of negative thinking about the outside naturally, without you even doing anything. All right, just want to stress the significance of that before we even get to the 4 steps. But now that I have, let's start with step number 1. Remove what is not absolutely essential for you to think about, okay? Especially on the spiritual journey, I see people all the time, maybe, in Facebook groups or in the comments, whatever, arguing about things that don't matter. Arguing about or trying to be right or trying to express to other people and talk about concepts and things that aren't even really adding to your journey in a positive way. Here's the thing about your mind. Your mind loves to get its teeth into things and try to figure them out and try to solve them and try to really just keep you involved. And what it does while doing this is it keeps you busy. It keeps your attention distracted. And so if you here's the thing, a normal person, right? They go about their day and they're just constantly being hooked on so many different things. So every single little thing maybe triggers a response from you and you get engaged in it. And then it wastes so much time, it wastes so much energy. And all of that energy could have been actually going towards being focused on what you do want. And so what I will recommend to you right now, straight off the bat, is number 1, let go of engaging with so much of what is not serving your journey in any way. No matter how important you believe that a concept, even a spiritual concept, is for you to figure out, I guarantee you, if you simply just let it go, the understanding of, the true understanding of it will come to you naturally as you progress on this path. And you will save yourself so much energy that you previously used to waste on trying to argue with other people on Facebook or trying to figure out a concept, a spiritual teaching by thinking, which that can never actually happen anyway. Okay, so if you want the true understanding, just let it go. And if you want to save yourself so much energy and time, disengage. Recognize the mind's desire to constantly be engaged in some sort of puzzle or confusion and disengage with that whole battle. Otherwise, you will rarely have any energy of intention focused on your goal. Okay, now moving on to step number 2, and this is very, very crucial. Replace fear with trust. On this journey, you're going to go through both states, right? Because you have faith in your goal. that yes, I can achieve my goal. Yes, I can manifest what I want. But wherever there's faith, there's always room for doubt. And you will fall into those doubtful phases on this journey. So the point of this manifestation journey is to actually get from a place where you have faith to a place where you have that natural knowing of your infinite potential, to a point where it's not something that's just a belief or a thought in your mind, but something that you actually recognize at a deeper level, a truth that you understand of your own very being, of your own true nature, which, by the way, also can only dawn on you if you are meditating every single day. So again, we come back to square one. But that's the point of this journey, right? To really let go of even having so much faith, but rather that true understanding, that true knowledge of what you actually are, of that infinite potential you carry. So, but on the journey, you're gonna have to, eventually cultivate that mindset. But as you're cultivating that mindset, you're gonna have these phases where you have a lot of fear versus, when there are moments when you trust, when you feel good. So on this journey, every single time you have those fearful thoughts, you have to learn to wake up. Instead of engaging with those fearful thoughts, talking about them, asking for solutions, simply just learn to wake up and replace the fearful thoughts with either silence, simply not engaging with anything, or engaging with trustful thoughts. I have a little quote right there that on my wall to remind myself, right? And this is something that I wrote down pretty early on in my journey to always reprogram my mind in that way. And it says, right now, what is the most exciting thing that you can imagine? And this automatically puts you in a mindset of trusting more and focusing more on what can go right over what can go wrong, which is what fear always tries to impose on you. Recognize how fear always tries to impose on you a future scenario where things aren't going as planned. And we often unconsciously focus so much more on scenarios that we don't even want to manifest, right? So on this journey, you're going to have to learn to disengage. A lot of this journey is just disengaging, right? And having that power to do so, which again only comes from heightened awareness, meditation, back to square one. But your ability to disengage from fear and being able to choose to focus your attention on what you do want to imagine, right? What is the most exciting thing that you can imagine? And learning to trust more in the possibility of what you want actually happening rather than the possibility of, oh, I'm not going to make it, or what am I going to do if I fail? See, it's an adjustment of focus, and it makes all the difference. And it's not even so much that you have to battle your thoughts with other thoughts. It's simply you have to shift your focus. Okay? Learn this ability that you have. Don't say, but Sunny, it's so hard. No, but just try it. Practice it. You will get better. It's already a natural ability that you have. It's not a skill. It's just simply learning to recognize in this moment that, oh, I am engaging with fearful thoughts. Rather than just focusing entirely on what the fearful thoughts are trying to impose on you, everything, just learn to recognize, oh, right now I'm engaging with fearful thoughts. So I'm actually doing this to myself. Let me take a step back and maybe for a few moments become fully silent, fully disengaging. And then now, just choosing to focus on what is the most exciting thing that I can imagine right now. Right? In those moments of recognition, also remind yourself, this is another thing I have written down on my wall. The task is to remind yourself of the knowledge that you will achieve your goal. So with that knowledge, right, that I will achieve my goal. I am that infinite potential. I am on this journey and it's unfolding through me moment by moment. Now knowing that, simply ask yourself, do I choose success or do I choose failure? Because it is quite literally a choice that you have. And the choice is made by what you choose to focus on, how you choose to focus your attention. That is the power of your intention, right? Attention and intention go hand in hand. So again and again, ask yourself, first of all, remind yourself of the knowledge that I will achieve my goal. It's not a matter of if. I will. I have chosen this. Okay? and ask yourself, what do I choose? Success or failure? And then simply carry on doing what you're doing. Now let's move on to number 3, and this is something that I preach all the time because it is such an amazing exercise and some like a really lighthearted exercise that always works. Learn to think and train yourself to think the thoughts of the version of you that has already achieved his or her goal. So whatever your goal is right now, just quickly think of like when you have already achieved this goal, whatever, let's just say if it's an income goal, if you're already making this much per month or per year, now what will you be thinking of? What goals will you have from that perspective? What will that version of you be caught up in? What sort of maybe even problems or conflicts or certain like virtues and amazing things in that person's life? What will they be thinking about? What will they be concerned about? What will they be focusing on? And simply focus your attention in that way and simply bask in that energy. Because once you do, that energetic alignment is happening. And as that energetic alignment occurs, you're literally like downloading that version of you's reality. That version of you is not separate from you. It is part of you. The person you consider yourself to be right now is also not ultimately you. It is just an expression of the infinite you. One expression of the infinite different expressions of you. And the desired version is also just that, just another expression of the infinite you. So you have the ability to focus your attention in a way where you can energetically align with your desired self in this way. And by doing so, changing the flow of your life in the direction of that vision, of that desired self. Whereas your entire external reality will begin to start slowly shaping up to be that of that desired self if you continue to maintain this alignment by being consistent with this practice. Okay, so very, very powerful. This is one of the most important things about you in your mental diet. Choosing to think thoughts of the version of you that has already achieved their goal. And do this in intervals throughout the day. It's not something you have to constantly do, right? It's okay to come back to your current perspective. Do this in intervals, maybe like a couple of minutes at a time. Every single time you catch yourself thinking, simply just coming back and like changing and just enjoying the thoughts of your desired self who has already achieved their goal. Now what are you thinking about? Do that. Think that. And lastly, we top it off with number 4, which is like the icing on the cake, which just packages the entire process together in a really, really nice manner, which is practice an attitude of gratitude, which is so simple, yet very commonly neglected. Gratitude is what will make the atmosphere of your existence that of harmony and abundance and lightheartedness and gratitude, right? If you want more to be grateful of, find more to be grateful of right here and now. And if you cannot find something to be grateful of in your external reality, find yourself being grateful for the miracle of existence itself. Recognize the fact that you exist. Recognize the celebration that is this present moment. We usually neglect the gift of this present moment. The fact that we exist is a miracle itself. So I'm sure that you can find plenty of things to be grateful for in your external reality. However, if you're one of those people that's like, no, I can't, then contemplate that. Contemplate your own existence, because that is enough to be grateful for. But again, once you're practicing that gratitude, right, whatever it is, like anything, like instead of dwelling in things like that aren't right in your life, that aren't happening, dwell in things of everything that is good, everything that you are thankful for, right? Your relationships, your family, your abilities, your skills, your money, your anything, your looks, anything. Dwell in that. Because again, it's not so much about what you're thinking about, right? It's more about the focus, the way that you are focused. When you're thinking of things that you're grateful for, right? You are taking on the perspective of, you're choosing to focus your attention into the perspective of the person who is grateful. And when you are in that sort of energy, now what are you doing? You are energetically aligning yourself to a version of you who is really, really grateful, who is living a life which there is more to be grateful for, within which there's more to be grateful for. So again, this packages the whole process. This is the whole mental diet in a really, really nice manner. Okay? And so truly, if you practice these 4 steps on top of meditation, right? Because only if you're meditating on a daily basis and you have that heightened level of awareness, will you actually be able to remember to do all of this stuff and have the willingness and the capacity to actually shift your focus and do this stuff, especially when things aren't going well according to plan. So if you practice these 4 steps, if you practice this mental diet along with meditation, literally just within 7 days, I guarantee you will experience a shift within, and the nature of what you're experiencing will also change on the outside. Practice this. If you don't practice it consistently, there's no asking for results. So don't get in your own way. Be consistent. If you enjoyed what I shared with you in this video and you want to take it to a further next level, right, and create the life you truly want to live from a higher consciousness mindset, make sure to watch my free Create Your Dream Life workshop down in the description box below. It's 30 minutes and I'm going to show you how to take this process to the next level, create that life you truly want to live. Okay, so don't miss out on that. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to this channel and I will see you in the next video.